Hi, writer friends. Happy new moon. We just had the summer solstice, so I'd like to pull a card for what quality of creative engagement our projects are asking of us at this kind of energetic high point in the solar year. For those of you who are new, welcome. I'm Meg Heyerts. I'm the author of Tarot for Beginners and the founder of Creative Momentum, where we help writers free their voice, nourish their practice, and finish their projects. Um, and also, we have a workshop coming up this Sunday. We're halfway through the year. If you're also halfway through or somewhere in the middle of some kind of writing project, and you're wanting to feel more empowered in your creative choices in that project, I hope you'll join us for Creative Confidence, Re-enliven your writing project. Um, Often what's happening when we kind of lose steam in the middle of a project is that the urgency that we started with, we might have started with an urgent inspiration, an urgent question, longing, pain, challenge. That urgency is kind of quieted down a bit because we've grown beyond where we started through writing. Um, but we haven't yet undergone that transformation that we set out to experience through writing this piece. And so we're kind of in this weird limbo where the way that the project was previously meaningful to us has kind of tapered off a bit. Um, and our project is about to become meaningful to us in an entirely new way. But what it feels like is that the project is kind of dead. And it feels like that because there's usually kind of some kind of ego death that happens in our creative process at this point, and that happens for our characters, if we have a narrative with characters in it. And so the way that I find we can get through this messy middle really successfully is by accompanying ourselves emotionally through that bridge and by writing some kind of ego death on the page. So that often requires support because we rarely willingly take on ego death and get ourselves through it alone. So if any of that sounds relevant to you, I'd love to see you this Sunday online at Creative Confidence Workshop. All right, let's ask the cards for this new moon. What quality of creative engagement are our projects asking for from us? All right. High Priestess. This is the second card in the Major Arcana. This is a card of really deep self-knowledge, and this really emphasizes the importance of you validating your own self-knowledge, um, because it's not, or your own intuitive knowledge, the way that you write, the way that your characters see the world, the impulse that drives your writing, you have to affirm that for yourself. Like, yes, we need community. Yes, we learn craft skills, etc., from each other. But this is just really an important moment of you affirming the way that you flow in the creative process, um, because more kind of codified forms of knowledge and practice are not what are needed right now. There's This is an important time to be fully engaged, and there's no time to wait for permission. So, my prompt for you is to either write about a character who does not wait for permission to do things the way that they need to do things. they might need to kind of sneak around some authorities in order to do that. And so this prompt might be a prompt to write a scene of kind of an undercover effort of some sort. Um, or you might take this as more of a process prompt of what can you affirm in your own creative way of doing things that will help you just get over some of the hangups. Like this is a very water card, so I don't mean like force through, break through, push through. I mean just like flow like water over those hangups and beyond. So give yourself permission to flow. This month, it's really important. And this is a major arcana card. So it's important for your soul that you give yourself that permission to flow. All right, happy creating. Take care.